So, hi students, welcome back. So today's in this session we are going to discuss the new chapter of first year. That is a new chapter first year, chemical bonding. The chapter name is chemical bonding. Part 1, because this is first class, so this is part 1. See, look at here. So the new chapter is chemical bonding. What is a chemical bond? First of all, what is a chemical bond? So how can you define this chemical bond? Chemical bond. What is the meaning of this chemical bond? How many types of bonds are there? How many types of bonds are there? And what is chemical bond? How many types of bonds are there? How can you define them? What are the examples for that? We have to know first. After that, we go to the concept. Next, we go to the concept of that chemical bonding chapter. See, look at here. Chemical bond or chemical bonding or chemical bond. So what is the meaning of this bonding? What is the meaning of this bonding? Meaning of this bonding. So chemical means what? Chemical means so mixing of two or more elements. Mixing of two or more elements. So mixing. Chemical means nothing but mixing. Chemical means nothing but mixing. So what is bond? Bond means here the force of attraction. Bond means nothing but force of attraction. Nothing but force of attraction between the two elements. Between two atoms. Between two atoms held together. Two atoms held together. See, look at here. Bond means force of attraction. Suppose if you take here H and Cl is there, H and Cl. So bond is formed between H and H. Or we take a general example like this. General example, A and B is there, A and B. The bond is formed between A and B. So if you say that the bond is formed between A and B, say A is having, how the bond is formed here? How the bond is formed? Bond is formed by 2 electrons. Bond is formed by nothing but 2 electrons. So A is having 1 electron and B is having 1 electron. See, look at here. How the bond is formed means bond is formed by 2 electrons. Nothing but bond is formed by 2 electrons. So A is having 1 electron and B is having 1 electron. B is having 1 electron. So these 2 electrons held together, comes together. How can they come together? There exists a force. Due to that force, they held together or they comes together. That force of attraction is called as chemical. This is called as bond. That force of attraction is called as bond. So A is having 1 electron and B is having 1 more electron. So due to this bonding, what happens? These 2 electrons come together and make a line, a force of attraction like this. This is called bond. This is called bond. So then automatically here we can write as A, B between bond. A and B between bond. Like this, if you go to general example here, H and H. 1 electron from H, 1 electron from H. 1 electron from H. Between those two, there will exist a bond that is H and H between bond is formed. Force of attraction. Due to this force of attraction between 2 electrons, it will form a bond. That is called as so here, this bond is formed chemically by 2 elements. By mixing the 2 elements. So due to that, we can say chemical bond. Then there's chemical bond. So nothing but how can you define this bond means the force of attraction. The force of attraction between the two atoms. Two atoms held together by electrons. Held together by electrons is called held together by electrons and mixing the two atoms is called a chemical bond. Here we can say as simply the force of attraction, the two atoms held together by electrons. By using electrons is called as chemical bond. Simple chemical bond is nothing but bond is formed by how? Bond is formed by 2 electrons. Due to that, why the bond is formed between 2 electrons? Due to a force of attraction. That that force held together the two electrons, that force is called as bond. That force is called as bond. So simply we can say as a chemical bond is the force of attraction between the two atoms held together by electrons. By the electrons is called as chemical bond. Is called as chemical bond. By chemically is called as chemical bond. So here we can write the definition as, see, definition of chemical bond. The force of attraction between the two atoms, the force of attraction between two atoms the force of attraction between the two electrons, between the two atoms held together by electrons held together by the electrons chemically is called chemical bond. Is called chemical bond. Is called chemical bond. So repeated, the force of attraction between the two atoms held together by electrons chemically is called as chemical bond. Is called as chemical bond. So take a screenshot for notes. So this is general example. Bond is found between A and B, and example, this is a direct example is H2 molecule. Example is a H2 molecule here. That is H2. See, the force of attraction between the two atoms, the atoms should be same or different. Atoms should be same or different. See, look at A and B. These both are same. These both are not same. These are different. A is different, B is different. Here, both are same. So here the bonds between two atoms, that atom should be maybe same or may not be same. So we can write so many examples. Examples H2, H and H. This is one. Next HCl is also bond is formed here. It's between H and Cl. Next HCl. H2O also bond is found here between O and H, O and H. Next Cl2 between Cl and Cl bond is found Cl2. So many examples we can write here. Next Cl, next so this is the definition about chemical bond and examples. And next when you go to how many types of bonds are there? Types of bonds. Types of bonds. See here, there are different types of bonds are there. So one is ionic bond. One is ionic bond. One is ionic bond. Second one is ionic bond. Second one is covalent bond. Second one is covalent bond. And the third one is coordinate covalent bond. Third one is coordinate covalent bond. Coordinate covalent bond. Coordinate covalent bond. This is also called as a dative bond. Also called as dative bond. Also called as dative bond. Next, the fourth one is hydrogen bond. hydrogen bond. Hydrogen bond is found between hydrogen and other atom. Hydrogen and other atom. And next one is a metallic bond between metals. Metallic bond between metals. Metals bond is found, that is called as metallic bond. See here, how many types are there? So types of bonds. First one is ionic bond. Second one is covalent bond, and third one is coordinate covalent bond. It's also called as a dative bond. And fourth one is hydrogen bond, and fifth one is metallic bond. So these are the bonds generally we can discuss in the chemical bond. So see here, mainly we can define, mainly we can describe mainly about this one, this four. We can deeply study about these four: ionic bond, covalent bond, coordinate bond, hydrogen bond, and metallic bond. Hydrogen bond and metallic bond. See, if you take the first one, what is ionic bond? What is a ionic bond? Look at here. What is ionic bond? What is ionic bond? See here. Suppose A plus is there. A plus. How can you get A plus here? How can you get A plus? A is there. A is there. If A loses electrons, what happens? A becomes A plus. If A loses electrons, A becomes A plus. So like that, if B gains electron, then B is gained that electron. B is gained that electron. What happens? B becomes B minus. So now here, A losing electron, B gaining electron. So now if you write here A and B, A is losing electron to B. A is losing electron and B is gaining electron. So what happens here? A become plus and B become minus. A become plus and B become minus. So between, see here, A is losing electron and B is gaining that electron. So due to that, here it is losing electron, it is gaining electron, and here electrostatic force of attraction will occur here. Electrostatic force of attraction will occur here. Then bond is formed. This bond is called as ionic bond. This bond is called as ionic. So why it is called as ionic bond? Because ions. Here, A plus is one ion, B minus is one ion. So the force of attraction that helps together, not between the atoms, between the ions. So it is called as ionic bond. So here the force of attraction will help together by two ions. It is called as ionic bond. So between which ions? A plus is one cation and B minus is anion. The force of attraction that helps together between the cation and the anion is called as the anion. Then bond form is called as ionic bond. The bond form is called as ionic bond. So this is generally wrote. If you take the example here, examples here. If you take the example, look at here. Na is losing electron and becomes as Na plus. Na is losing electron and becomes as Na plus. Like that, Cl is gaining that electron and become as a Cl minus. So between Na plus and the Cl minus, the bond is formed by the transfer of electrons between the two ions. This is one cation and this is anion. So bond is formed between two ions is called as ionic bond. It's called as ionic bond. So it is bond is formed like this, and the molecule is formed like this: NaCl. So transfer of electrons. So it loses electrons and it gains electrons. So due to that, with the two electrons here, the bond is formed. The bond is called as ionic bond. So what is the best example for ionic bond is NaCl. So how can we write the definition here? Definition. The force of attraction. So here the force of attraction is there. We know which force of attraction? Electrons. So electrostatic force. force of attraction, electrostatic force of attraction between two oppositely charged ions, between two same ions or oppositely charged ions. Opposite, this is plus and this is a minus. So two oppositely charged ions, two oppositely charged ions is called between the electrostatic force of attraction between oppositely charged ions held together to form a bond, held together to form a bond, to form a bond is called ionic bond. Example is NaCl. So here, what you wrote here, electrostatic force of attraction. Why you use this word? Because here between electrons, electrostatic force of attraction between two oppositely charged ions held together to form a bond is called as ionic bond. That is ionic bond. The example is NaCl. Write this one. First ionic bond is when next we go to covalent bond. Take a screenshot. See, if you explain the depth of the concept of this NaCl, how NaCl bond is formed, look at here, Na is 11, atomic number is 11. So 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. Cl 10 plus 1 11. And Cl 17. So 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p5. 3s2, 3p5. 7 are there. And here 1 is there. Look at here. So it is S. 1 electron is here. And this is S, 2 electrons. And P is having 5 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 17. 5, maybe 5. Okay? Here. So due to this, here except to get this is octet configuration 8, and here this is octet configuration 8. So what happens if it loses this electron? If it uses this electron to here, what happens? It becomes as 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If it comes here, so it is also getting stable configuration. 8 after losing this electron, it becomes as 8. After gaining this electron, 2 plus 6. After gaining this electron, it becomes as 8. That means stable configuration or not? Yes. It is showing stable configuration. So if it loses this electron, it is get 8 electrons. If it gains that electron, what happens? It gets 8 electron. So it is also getting octet configuration. It is also getting octet configuration. Both are getting octet configuration. So only here the bond is found by stability of atoms. So only here Na plus losing the electron and Cl minus. Na plus losing the electron plus Cl minus. So NaCl stable. Both are stable. The bond is formed like this. So this is the actual concept of why Na plus and Cl minus forms a NaCl bond. Form a NaCl bond. Next, what are the examples of ionic bonds? Examples of ionic bonds. Look at here. So NaCl is ionic bond. Next, KCl is ionic bond is formed between K and Cl. Next, HCl, NaBr ionic bond is formed. NaF ionic bond is formed. NaF. So these are the examples of ionic bonds. Examples of ionic bonds. Next, when you go to covalent bond. Next, go to look at a covalent bond. Second one, covalent bond. So what is covalent bond? Covalence. Covalence, that means nothing but sharing. Covalent means nothing but sharing. Sharing. Covalent means nothing but sharing of electrons. See here, A and B are there. A is having one electron and B is having one electron. So if you share this one, here the bond is one. If you share this one, here the bond. So finally what happened here? A between these two electrons are here bond is formed. So this bond is called as covalent bond. It's called as a covalent bond. This bond is called as covalent bond. That means here what I want to say is covalent bond is formed by the sharing of electrons. Mutual sharing of electrons. Mutual sharing of electrons. Mutual sharing. Covalence means mutual sharing. See this electron, this A electron, one electron of A shared by B electron, and one electron of B shared by A electron. So mutual sharing automatically becomes a bond is formed. So this bond is called as covalent bond. This bond is called as covalent bond. So nothing but here finally how can you define is covalent bond is formed by the bond formed by mutual sharing of electrons. Mutual sharing of electrons between the two atoms is called as covalent bond. Is called as covalent bond. So it can be defined as the bond formed by mutual sharing of electrons between two atoms. Between how many atoms? Between two atoms. Between two atoms is called between two atoms is called covalent bond. Is called covalent bond. It's called, so covalent bond is nothing but a mutual sharing of electrons. Mutual sharing of electrons. Covalent bond is nothing but mutual sharing of electrons. So example, if you take example H2, between H and H, look at here, between H and H, covalent bond is formed. Because this H is having one electron and this H is having one electron. Mutual sharing of the two electrons, the bond is formed. That is called as covalent bond. And the second one, Cl2. Cl and Cl. Cl and Cl. Br2. Br and Br and Br. So these are the examples for covalent bond. Covalent bond is nothing but mutual sharing of electrons by two atoms. So take a screenshot for notes. Next, coordinate covalent bond. Coordinate covalent bond. Look at here, in the name itself is a coordinate. So one will coordinates to form a covalent bond. So one is coordinate covalent bond, or it is also called as the dative bond. It's also called as dative bond. It's also called as dative bond. Coordinate covalent bond. So one is giving cooperation, one is coordinating, and with the second one is forming a bond. So coordinate covalent bond is formed by the covalent bond is formed by sharing of electrons, mutual sharing of electrons. So mutual means here two atoms are required. So here also two atoms required, but here also two atoms required. But so coordinate. So one is coordinating, and second one is sharing the electrons, taking the electrons and making a bond. So in simply we can say as one will donate electron, and second one will accept electron. So now here, if you look at here, A is having two electrons and B is having no electrons. A is having two electrons, B is having no electrons. Empty orbital is there. A is having two electrons like this. A is having two electrons like this, and B is having no electrons like this. Empty electron is there, empty orbital. So what will happen? It will donate electrons to this one. It will donate electrons. Simply we can say as we can indicate like this. It will donate electron to this one. Donates electron to this one. Donates electron to this one. So what will happen now? A is donating electrons. So due to these two electrons, here what will happen? Bond is formed. This bond is called as dative bond. This bond is called as dative bond. A is donating electrons. Donating electrons to B. Then bond is formed. It's called as dative bond. So here. So dative bond is nothing but what? Bond is formed between the two atoms. One will donate electrons and second one is accepts electron. So the atom which will donate electron is called as a donor. Why it is A is donor? Because it is donating electron. And the atom which will accept electron is called as a acceptor. Is called as acceptor. A is donor and B is acceptor. So by donating electrons, one will donate electrons and second one accepts electron. So bond is formed. Is called as a dative bond. So how can you define this dative bond? The bond formed between the bond between two atoms. The bond formed between two atoms that one will donate electrons, that one will donate electrons, and another will accept electrons, is called dative bond, or coordinate covalent bond. Is called dative bond or coordinate bond. So the bond formed between the two atoms that are one will donate electrons, that in which one will donate electrons, and other will accept electron, is called as dative bond. So dative bond is formed by the two atoms, as that one will donate electrons and second one will accept electrons. The atom which will donate electron is called as donor. Donates electrons is called as donor. Accepts electron is called as acceptor. The atom which will donate electron is called as donor. The atom which will accept electron is called as acceptor. So you note down, you take a screenshot of the definition, then you put exact example of the coordinate covalent bond. Then you go to the correct example of coordinate covalent bond. See here, if you go to the example of coordinate covalent bond. See NH3, how NH3 is formed? N is linked with N is linked to make a bond with 3 hydrogen atoms. N is make a bond with 3 hydrogen atoms, and one donor is there. So here these bonds are called as these bonds formed by sharing of electrons. So these bonds are called as what? Coordinate. These bonds are called as covalent bonds. These three are covalent bonds. So now here I am writing this N as like this. This N is as like this. So if you add H plus add to this one, H plus means what? H means one electron is there. H plus means that also will lose just one electron. See here, H is 1s1. So if it loses one electron, what happens? H plus electron, it becomes as 1s0. No electrons are there here. So no electrons are there means empty orbital. So what about one electron? One electron is there. So empty orbital. That's only you wrote here. Empty orbital. So if we add to the NH3 molecule, if you add one H plus ion to this one, what happens here? What happens? NH3 is like this. These 2 electrons are donated to this one. The 2 electrons donated to this one. These 2 electrons donated to that one. So donate to that one. So donate to this one here. Donate to this one. and here bond is common. Here bond is common. This is called as a dual bond. It's called as dual bond. It's called as dual bond. So finally, we can write this product as NH4 plus. This product as NH4 plus. So here we have to indicate the coordinate covalent. So what is the indication of coordinate covalent bond? By arrow towards the acceptor. Indication of coordinate covalent bond is arrow towards the acceptor. Towards the acceptor. So here look at here. So here in NH4 plus how many bonds are possible here? 4 bonds. 3 are covalent bonds and the fourth one is coordinate covalent bond. Fourth one is coordinate covalent bond. So coordinate covalent bond is arrow towards the H plus ion. Arrow towards the H plus ion. So here what you have to observe is so in NH4 plus 4 bonds are possible. 3 are covalent bonds and fourth one is coordinate covalent bond. Fourth one is coordinate covalent bond. So coordinate covalent bond can be indicated by arrow towards the acceptor. Arrow towards the acceptor. So among this coordinate covalent bond of NH4 plus, which one is donor and which one is acceptor? So which one is donor? N. N is donor. Why? Because if it donates electrons, it is donor. And H plus, this H is acceptor. This H is acceptor because it will accept electron. Accepts electron. So this is donor and this is acceptor. This is acceptor. So this is about coordinate covalent bond. Take a screenshot. Next so next one is next fourth one is hydrogen bond. Hydrogen bond. What is hydrogen bond? Hydrogen bond. Look at here. In the name itself is there. Hydrogen bond. That means hydrogen is making bond. Hydrogen is making bond with other atom. Hydrogen is making bond with other atoms. See, look at here. Hydrogen. Hydrogen is having what is the configuration of hydrogen? 1s1. Hydrogen is having 1s1 configuration. So hydrogen is having 1s1 configuration. That means it is having 1 electron. It is having 1 electron. So what is the charge of hydrogen? Hydrogen become as H plus, not H minus, H plus. So it is a partially positive charge. It is partially positive charge. Partially positive charge means having single positive charge. So this single positive charge or partially positive charge atom make a bond with which atoms or which ions? Less positive charge. Less positive charge make a bond with the rich negative charges. Rich negative charges. What are rich negative charges? Rich negative charges are 78 group elements. That is 78 group. That is chlorine, bromine, iodine and aspartate. Iodine and aspartate. These are big sizes. These are all big sizes. So big sizes means if you make this small size hydrogen atom, small size H plus ion, make a bond with the big sizes, that molecule will not exist. That molecule will not exist. So this small size atom make a bond with the small size anions, small size rich electrons. Small size rich electron is F. Small size rich electron is F. That means here H plus make a bond with F minus is formed as HF. Formed as HF. So this bond is called as hydrogen bond. This bond is called as hydrogen bond. So hydrogen bond. This hydrogen bond is denoted by hydrogen bond. Hydrogen bond. It is denoted by dotted lines. It is denoted by dotted lines. See, look at it, dotted line. So how can you define this hydrogen bond? Here, this is small size and big size. So here, weak electrostatic force of attraction will occur. Weak electrostatic force of attraction will occur. Force of attraction will occur here. So the weak electrostatic force of attraction between partially positive hydrogen, between partially positive hydrogen and highly electronegative fluorine. Then bond formed is called as hydrogen bond. So example is this one. It is denoted by dotted lines. Not like this one. Not like this one. It is denoted by dotted lines. So this is about hydrogen bond. Next class we will come to the next topic.